24. That one's 24. That one's 24, but she did say by the crash.
Crash is daar bo, hè? Ja, sy het gesê in hierdie crash. Die crash. Waar's Melvis Square? Amanda. Ja, Liska.
You guys know someone called Aliska? Can you bet this dog back? You can't come in here, Papa. Go back. Go back. So funny. It's like, are you Aliska? Yes. Is this number 12? Yes. 2 minutes later, you Aliska? No. This number 12? No. Okay. Hi, I'm Rachel Sylvester and I'm the founder and director of Sidewalk Specials. So as he gets bigger, you must just loosen it to follow, okay? Otherwise it's going to get too tight on him. So this is for the worms in his belly, okay? I'm just going to make this a bit tighter. When we started, it was to pull dogs off euthanasia lists and, you know, to sort of rehome those dogs. And then when we sort of began to understand the sheer scale of need of veterinary care in South Africa, our mission changed to bringing vets to townships. Over the last 2 years, our mission has become more helping other charities learn how to mass sterilise safely in their townships, because there isn't enough homes for the amount of dogs being born, and in no world will there ever be. So the solution is sterilisation, and it's inaccessible to most people and affordable to most people. I see that as a challenge for us to provide. Sidewalk Specials are based in the Doorns, which is sort of an hour past Worcester. It's an amazing wine valley. It's got townships, it's got farm housing. It really is one of those places that you can pass by without noticing, but once you actually experience it, it kind of stays with you forever. In this area, because there's no fences and everyone's free roaming, if something isn't sterilised, we basically sterilise it immediately, same day. Otherwise, normally by the time you get back and find that family again, dog or cat has got pregnant already, and then the entire area becomes full of puppies and kittens again. So there's a few, most areas will sign up and you'll be okay, you're in the next clinic, but most areas have fences. This area is like if you find anything unsterilised, immediate sterilisation.
I'm Jess and I'm the operations manager at Sidewalk Specials. I was working in a corporate environment and I realised that I was too young to hate my job. So I reached out to Rachel and she needed someone to help her run Sidewalk because it was getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Our long-term goal is to establish a permanent clinic in the Doorns. Currently we run our steri clinics bi-weekly, so once every 2 weeks. But our ideal is to be running them every day, to have a vet stationed here permanently, so if anyone needs help they can access it immediately.
My name is Nadine Apteka. I am a veterinarian and have been joining the Steri Drive since 2018. What we do here, I personally find, has only positive effects on the population. And that's just the neutering, what we're talking about, and the spaying. We're not even talking about the whole vaccination, deworming, treatment, and everything else that we're doing here. So the Steri Drive has developed to be like a quite big impact on the health of these dogs in general. So it's not only the neutering and spaying, but also the veterinary care that is given to these animals.
It's vital for the public to be aware of the importance of sterilisation and of accessible vet care to communities that can't afford or access it themselves.
So we're going to head to the dump now, which is like the municipal dump. There's a whole community that live there, sort of live off the recycling that happens there, and they have pets, they have their own dogs. It's also, because it is the dump, lots of people literally dump their animals there, so it's normally new arrivals every week. Most of the time the community will take them under their wing, make their own dog, and we just make sure they're sterilised and inoculated and, you know, given parasite control, but sometimes it is an animal that no one wants. So it's just one of those places that's important to kind of keep an eye on, really. I'm gonna just break. I mean, I do find it very beautiful, weirdly.
Did he get hit by something?
Hit by a car. The concept is that we should be able to go in and do a few years hard work and it's done, and it's like, it's not the case because everything is growing around you. If a family has limited means, they can probably look after a dog well. One dog. If that dog has 6 puppies every 6 months for its entire life, they now have X amount of dogs. They haven't got a hope of looking after any of them well.
Was she chained?
So every dog's sort of standard of life drops, and also their value of life. When we first came here, you could always replace your dog. There was always a puppy next door, a puppy there, a puppy from your own dog, and it was like a very replace culture. They didn't live very long, so they didn't get vet care, and it was understood, and then you just get a new one. So the lady is saying it's not actually her dog. The dog turned up and was following her, which back when I'd first started here, I think was an excuse. But like I said, it is a dump, and people do bring unwanted dogs here and just leave them here. So the first human that's kind to them, they will tend to adopt them and follow them around. We sterilised him a few months back, but now it looks like he's had an injury, been hit by a car, maybe thrown with a rock or something like that. It looks almost like an elbow injury, and he does look like quite an old boy, so we'll see what the vets say, and yeah. Overall, I think people need to be educated on what a dog needs mentally, physically, and it's no different in a township than it would be if you were adopting someone who was their first time dog.
Violet, Doll, and Hussey Square, right? That makes most sense. The biggest kind of story of this whole thing is being seen how everybody involved in it, and you know, the community that's involved in it and supports it and trusts it, and seeing what a big difference it's made. It's not a particularly exciting story, but I guess it's a successful one. How can I be this lost?
The best way to support Sidewalk Specials is to become a monthly donor. No amount's too big or too small. But if you become a monthly donor, it means our baseline can raise. If we know that we have a certain set amount of donations, we can run more clinics.
Since we've been running regular sterilisation clinics and providing vet care, we have seen the relationship between dogs and owners change.
All right, guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay.
Okay, and then we've just got one at 39.
You want to get into admin work, will it?
I do think if South Africa, as a general, could stop viewing each other as different and stop thinking that because that person lives in township, they couldn't possibly love an animal. If we could be more compassionate to each other, the animals benefit.
Being involved with Sidewalk Specials has definitely helped me find my purpose in life.
Sidewalk Specials, as it stands, I think have sterilised 7,536 dogs. So